In November 2019, a 55-year-old person with difficulty in breathing was admitted to a hospital in Hubei province, China. After almost a month, doctors noticed similar cases in Wuhan in significant numbers. Little did they know a new pandemic was on its way. The severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, or simply coronavirus, is responsible for the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. The outbreak was first identified in Wuhan in the province of Hubei, China, in December 2019. It was recognized as a pandemic by the World Health Organization on 11th March 2020. Many of those initially infected either worked or frequently shopped in the Huanan seafood wholesale market in the center of the Chinese city of Wuhan. By the time the Chinese government was alerted about the novelty of the virus, the confirmed cases were 180 and increasing. Despite the lockdown measures, the numbers kept on going, and after a few days, the whole world was infected. A complete virus particle, known as a virion, consists of nucleic acid surrounded by a protective coat of protein called a capsid. These are formed from identical protein subunits called capsomeres. Viruses can have a lipid envelope derived from the host cell membrane. Coronavirus is a surface virus. The virus envelope consists of a lipid bilayer where the membrane, envelope, and spike structural proteins are anchored. It has a single-stranded RNA. The virus is spread through droplets transmitted into the air from coughing or sneezing, which people nearby can take in through their nose, mouth, or eyes. As it's a surface virus, touching the face with fingers after touching surfaces can also transmit it. A new analysis found that the virus can remain viable in the air for up to 3 hours, on copper for up to 4 hours, on cardboard up to 24 hours, and on plastic and stainless steel up to 72 hours. Although the complete impact of coronavirus on human body is unknown, a brief idea can be given based on the current research. Once inside the body, it causes lungs and other vital organ failures. The SARS coronavirus targets the epithelial cells of the respiratory tract. Several organs or cell types may be infected in the course of the illness, including mucosal cells of the intestines, tubular epithelial cells of the kidneys, neurons of the brain, and several types of immune cells. The virus uses the protein spikes to attach to a cell. After that, its envelope is dissolved and the RNA strand is injected inside the cell. After being infected, the cell's endoplasmic reticulum creates more viruses, and then the virus is released in a process known as exocytosis. After death, the cell releases more corona particles ready to infect more cells. Corona infects the immune cells to cause more damage. Neutrophils and killer T cells are the ones which wreak havoc most. After being infected, they kill the healthy cells as well as the infected ones. The more healthy cells they kill, the more damage is done. This may cause permanent and irreversible problems, but in most cases, slowly the immune system regains control and recovery begins. That is why majority of the infected people experience mild symptoms and eventually recover. But for the elderly people and the people with pneumonia or other lungs problems face severe to critical symptoms and need advanced life support. The symptoms of COVID-19 are dry cough and high fever. But for severe to critical cases, the alveoli can be so damaged and immune system can be so weakened that bacterial infections are inevitable. Patients get pneumonia, respiration becomes hard or even fails, and patients need ventilators to survive. As the immune system gets weaker by fighting with the virus, bacterial infections occur in the body which may cause death. The common misconception about coronavirus is that it is less severe than flu. But this is completely wrong, and coronavirus is much more dangerous than that. As it is hard to exactly pinpoint the death rate of an ongoing pandemic, we know for sure that it is more contagious and spreads faster than the flu. As the time passes, the true nature of the pandemic is revealing. Countries are facing total lockdowns as the number is skyrocketing. There are two possible futures of a pandemic. One is fast pandemic and other is slow pandemic. Fast pandemic causes more deaths as the healthcare systems are overwhelmed with the numbers of infected people. Fast pandemics are hard to handle as the healthcare system deteriorates and worsens the situation. Currently, countries like Italy are facing this kind of situation as the death toll is on the wheels. For example, Italy has passed China in death toll. The whole country is falling apart. But the rate can be controlled by measures and can be transformed into a slow pandemic where the healthcare systems are never overwhelmed and the death toll is reduced. Fortunately, there are some drugs which are giving good results and giving hopes. Since no vaccine or medicine is known against the virus, preventing it is the only solution. This includes two things: not getting infected and not infecting others. To avoid infection, we must maintain personal hygiene. Washing hands frequently with soaps, using sanitizers, avoid touching face unnecessarily, and avoiding close contacts can be done to prevent the virus attack. Self-isolation or self-quarantine may sound boring, but this is the only way to stop community spreading and making it a disaster. Countless brave doctors, nurses, healthcare employees are risking their lives to restore the normalcy. In a time like this, as a citizen, we must respond and emphasize on social distancing for not to be bored alone, but to respect and help those people who are sleeplessly finding its cure and treating the patients. So I urge the viewers to stay safe and stop the spreading. And as always, thanks for watching. Share this video to spread awareness. If you liked it, please subscribe to this channel for more science videos.